Good morning, everybody. Okay, here's the story. Um, God, it sort of blends in. It was yesterday, the day before yesterday, in the middle of the night, we had a windstorm and a lot of rain, and our power went out. And the power went out for what?
24 hours.
Yeah, but for how many people?
Oh,
Like 750,000?
something like that.
So a lot of people, most of Southwest Washington, and I think some of Portland went down. The highest recorded winds were 112 miles an hour. That's as much as a low-level tornado. So it was pretty wild around here, and the lights kind of flickered on and off, and then boom, they just went off. So yesterday we kept hoping they would go on, but they didn't. So we ended up going into Portland and having lunch with an old friend, thinking when we got home the lights would be back on, but they weren't. So we have some emergency lights, so we use those. And then all of a sudden, about 10:30,
11:39.
11:39, she knows exactly. Suddenly the lights went back on, so here we are. But that's the reason we weren't here
But
yesterday.
there's another wave coming in at about 10 a.m. this morning with high winds, so we may be facing power outages again.
Yes, there's another storm coming in immediately after our class is over, and then there's another storm coming in tomorrow. So, Catherine, you'll sort of appreciate these because these are a little bit like storms coming in off the Atlantic.
I do have a storm right now, and I didn't have power this morning, and I don't know if I'm gonna have power for the next hour. It's
Well,
crazy.
If
The
you
wind,
sud-
the wind
if,
is really strong.
if you suddenly disappear, we'll know what happened. There's a what do they call it? A river, atmospheric river, right? And it comes all the way from the tropics in
They call
huge,
it the Pineapple Express.
the Pineapple Express in huge waves, and it comes up right to the northwest. So that's what we've been experiencing.
was up 4 hours and then I was asleep for 4 hours.
You're just doing a nautical
Yeah.
schedule there. The ocean tide comes all the way up to Portland, doesn't it? And the other side,
I don't know.
I think it does. And it's probably pretty weak by then,
Yeah.
but
That's a long way.
it is a long way, but it's a big estuary. Of course, the Columbia is such a strong current, though, maybe
Yeah.
it keeps it from coming up.
And they're very strong right now. All the rivers are
Oh, yeah.
maxed out.
They're in spate. And reverse. And shoe circles. And reverse. And ping circles. And reverse. And reverse. And block. And good. Okay, you can put away your sticks. And give me just a second. Should we do them in head turns?
Head turns. back to center. Head rolls.
Tide goes up to the Bonneville Dam.
That's a long way.
That's 140 miles. And down to center and reverse. And down to center and back up. Forward spinal wave. And reverse. And good. So Annie and I, because we were talking about that storm coming in, Annie and I were just talking about how far the tides come in. We live essentially in the floodplain of the Columbia River. It's a very large, very powerful river, the mighty Columbia. It's the biggest river on the West Coast. And it has a huge estuary. And we live up the estuary just north of Portland. Portland is in Oregon, but it's right on the Columbia. And just on the other side of the Columbia is Vancouver, Washington. And we live in what's essentially a suburb of Vancouver, Washington. And they're about, I think about 70 miles from the coast, but it's all estuary up to there, up into Sovies Island and Portland. The tide comes up the Columbia 140 miles. That's how big the estuary is. And we're sort of in the middle of that. So essentially we get ocean, we're about 10 miles or so from the Columbia itself, but we're sort of in that eco zone. So we essentially get ocean weather up here. It's not quite as bad as at the mouth of the Columbia, but it can get fairly wild, and that's what happened the other day, and will probably happen later today and tomorrow too. The Qua. Did you hear our neighbors out there last night with their generator?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear them?
Yeah.
I think they're having a good time playing with that. They were out there for hours fooling with it. And reverse.
Well, you can really tell we were built in the middle of wetlands.
Yeah. And good. And reverse. And good. And good. Shoulders. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse.
How's your SI joint?
It's there, but it's much reduced. And double. And reverse. And good. Elbows. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse. double. And reverse. Okay, so I have a question for you. I had an old student email me a question a couple of days ago, actually during the power outage, but I answered her last night. Let me illustrate her question. Her question was, she lives in Michigan. There's a lot of snow in Michigan. Her question was, if I'm shoveling snow, am I using the energy called cow? Cow means literally to hit, but what it refers to is the shoulder. Peng Lu Ji An Tsai Lea Jo Cow. All right? Is she using cow? Yes or no? What would your answer be?
Starts in the ground, goes all the way up and all the way out to the tip of the shovel.
So is it cow? If it's not cow, what is it?
It's all of them. It's all of the above.
And he says it's all of the above, which in a way is always true. It's not cow. Why is it not cow? It feels like you're using your shoulders. All right? Why is it not cow?
It doesn't stop in the shoulder.
If you were going to use your shoulder like this, right, boom, that would be cow. It means the chi path, hold this with you. The chi path is going down and boom, out the shoulder. But if the chi path is going down and out the end of the shovel, it's not going out the shoulder. It's going past the shoulder, all the way out to the tip of the snow shovel. That's no different. That's no different than doing sword, right? When you're doing sword, well, the camera makes the sword look like it's a mile long, right? Then maybe the tip of the sword, boom. Your mind and your chi have to be out on the tip of the sword, so they go up and out. And that's the same if you were doing something civilian, like shoveling snow. That's the same thing. Does this make sense? Catherine, yes? Genevieve, yes? If you put your mind on your shoulder instead of the tip of the shovel, what happens is you short circuit the chi path. Even though you have to do this, instead you're focusing on this, and that cuts the path in half, which means it's going to cut your energy flow. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Why was she so focused on her shoulder? Because she's trying to do too much at once. So she's probably trying to take, I know Alice, she's trying to take the biggest shovelful she possibly can in order to do it faster and then lift that, and of course that's going to strain her body, especially her shoulder. What she should be doing instead is taking a smaller shovelful and then get into a rhythm, right? Right? So I sent her in fact, I'll send it to all you guys too. I sent her a video of two guys scything grass with scythes.
That's a wonderful. I like
It's
that.
a wonderful little video, right there. Right? Shoom, shoom, shoom. It's the way we used to do it. And you watch them and you realize it's all about the rhythm. They don't try to do too much. What they try to, with each stroke, what they try to do is get the rhythm. And they just become like machines.
Yeah, there's no strain on their bodies at all.
There's no body strain. It's about the rhythm, and it's exactly the same with this question, right? Don't strain your body. Figure out how to do it without any physical strain, and then get into the rhythm. That's pure Qigong, pure Tai Chi. Okay, I'll send you guys that little video. It's really quite lovely, quite amazing. All right, let's do wrists. All right. This is a rhythm, guys. Whole body. No strain. Stretches. And the other side. Here's the frog.
Yeah. But they're going, that's enough water.
And reverse. And relax your wrists. And the ankle. And the other side. And rotate. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Doling. And touch the earth.
The very wet earth.
And close your pores. Salute our masters. And salute your classmates. Thank you, everyone. Guys, have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.
We hope to see you tomorrow, assuming we have power.
Assuming we have power. See you tomorrow.